I just had a brief chat with Prime Minister Anwar at the end of the summit meeting, and I congratulated him on a very successful chairmanship of ASEAN by Malaysia, and also Prime Minister Anwar himself on his leadership in steering ASEAN through what has been a challenging and eventful year. Cooperation doesn't just magically happen. Right? We have to shape it, and we cannot wait for countries to do it for us. The dynamics with the new leaders are positive. I had a brief engagement with the Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi, but I will be meeting her hopefully later this year. We are planning a visit that had been arranged earlier. And then with Prime Minister Anutin, I also had a very good bilateral meeting with him during the sidelines of this ASEAN summit, and I look forward to welcoming him soon for his introductory visit to Singapore. We had separate meetings with America and China, ASEAN with US and ASEAN with China, and both meetings went very well because all of ASEAN, every single ASEAN country wants to have good relations with both America and China. With America, the summit with President Trump went well. We appreciated the fact that he had spent time with ASEAN, helped to de-escalate the border tensions between Cambodia and Thailand, and importantly, reaffirmed America's commitment to be a partner to the region. As he said, he is 100% behind ASEAN. And ASEAN countries value that because we may be in the transition to a multipolar world, but we are certainly not there yet. And where we are today, America is still a key global leader and continues to play a vital role in the peace, stability, and prosperity of the region. America is still a very important partner for investments, for innovation, for technology, finance, for development and growth of our region. So all ASEAN countries want to continue engaging the US. At the same time, ASEAN countries have very good and close, substantial economic linkages with China. China is our largest trading partner, and we are happy to be able to upgrade the FTA with China, and that we are also continuing to do more with China. Some people ask, different countries are signing tariff agreements or trade agreements with the US. Why hasn't Singapore done so? And you need to understand, the agreements that have been signed today, like Malaysia and others more recently, are agreements to work out the economy-wide reciprocal tariffs between America and that particular country. We have not needed to sign such an agreement because we have an FTA with the US and we are at a baseline of 10%, and America is not going below 10%. So we are not pursuing such agreements.
Distinguished guests, it is now official. Timor-Leste is the 11th member of ASEAN.
Being accepted into ASEAN is just the first step. They will still need to take steps to integrate their economy with the rest of ASEAN in order to fully maximize the benefits of being part of ASEAN. And Singapore will do our part to help them integrate and maximize these benefits. We are continuing to lean forward with capability building programs, and I look forward myself to visit Timor-Leste before too long. Other countries in ASEAN will do their part to help Timor-Leste too, as well as many of ASEAN's partners, including countries like Australia, for example, who are keen and committed to ensuring that Timor-Leste succeeds as part of an ASEAN member. I just had a brief chat with Prime Minister Anwar at the end of the summit meeting, and I congratulated him on a very successful chairmanship of ASEAN by Malaysia, and also Prime Minister Anwar himself on his leadership in steering ASEAN through what has been a challenging and eventful year. We took steps to accelerate ASEAN's integration with the upgrade of the ASEAN Trade and Investments Agreement, and also substantially concluded the ASEAN Digital Economy Framework Agreement. And we helped to manage some very sensitive internal issues, including the border dispute between Cambodia and Thailand, provided humanitarian assistance to Myanmar after the devastating earthquake, and we reaffirmed the 5-point consensus on managing Myanmar, the ongoing issues in Myanmar. All in all, it has been a very productive year under Malaysia's chairmanship, and we have taken significant steps forward. Cooperation doesn't just magically happen. We have to shape it, and we cannot wait for countries to do it for us. We in ASEAN have to start bringing about these new habits, new norms, new practices, new models of cooperation. The main thing is, as I mentioned just now, there is a continued strong desire amongst ASEAN leaders to accelerate our integration and to keep ASEAN united.